Liam Neeson has developed a reputation for being one of the fiercest, most powerful performers in Hollywood. He delivers an intensity that resonates with audiences, but his professional success has come hand in hand with devastating hardship and loss. This is Liam Neeson's tragic real-life story. Long before he became a bona fide action star, Neeson dreamed of becoming a professional athlete. At age 9, he joined a local boxing club run by his family's parish priest. Telling HuffPost UK, he had 2 ropey pairs of ratty, old, ancient boxing gloves and a book on how to box. He started at page 1, and then 6 years later, he guided our club to become one of the best clubs in Ireland. Neeson started competing at 11 and dreamed of reaching the same levels of success as his hero, Muhammad Ali, who he met several times, but his career hit the ropes as a teen.
He was my idol. Jonathan, he was my idol. I was a boxer as a kid, so he was my idol.
Neeson told ESPN, "I must have been 16. I actually won the fight, but I came out of the ring and I had obviously got a concussion because my trainer said to go downstairs and take my clothes off and stuff, and I couldn't figure out what downstairs meant. I remember thinking, I've got to get out of this." Neeson's soccer ambitions also fizzled. While studying physics and computer science at Queen's University in Belfast, he caught the eye of the Bohemian Football Club and tried out for the team. That didn't work out, but Neeson eventually drifted to the Lyric Theatre in Belfast, where he honed his passion for acting.
I just knew I wanted to earn my living from this.
Neeson nearly died in 2000 when his motorcycle collided with a deer near his home in upstate New York. According to the New York Post, the 48-year-old Neeson, who was wearing a helmet, was thrown from the motorcycle and landed in a dirt embankment just before the bike crashed into a tree.
I remember looking at the gauge before the deer came out, 26 miles an hour. Yeah?
Did you bruise the deer at all?
A passerby noticed the actor and called for help. Neeson told GQ in 2014, "I wasn't supposed to last the night. When they took me to the hospital and gave me morphine, I thought, this is how I want to go, with a big jar of this stuff." The single greatest tragedy in Neeson's life occurred in March 2009 when his wife, Tony-winning actress Natasha Richardson, died from head injuries sustained while skiing. Neeson and Richardson had wed in 1994 and were well into raising their 2 sons when, according to ABC News, Richardson fell on a beginner's trail while taking a ski lesson at a resort in Quebec. She wasn't wearing a helmet and reportedly seemed fine and even, quote, joked about the fall. But even so, medics were called to the scene. Neeson told 60 Minutes in 2014, "I spoke to her and she said, 'Oh darling, I've taken a tumble in the snow.'" That's how she described it. At the time, Neeson was shooting the film Chloe in Toronto but rushed to her side. By the time he arrived,
I was told she was brain dead.
Neeson made the heartbreaking decision to remove life support, but takes small comfort in the donation of her organs.
Donated 3 of her organs, so she's keeping 3 people alive at the moment. And I think she would be very thrilled and pleased with that too, actually.
Even so, Neeson said he struggles with his grief, describing it as a profound feeling of instability, like a 3-legged table. A decade after the tragic passing of Richardson, Neeson was dealt another staggering blow when his nephew, Ronan Sexton, passed away from injuries sustained in a 20-foot fall. The 35-year-old Ronan was reportedly enjoying a night out with friends in 2014 when he climbed on top of a phone box on Brighton Pier, but then lost his balance and fell to the ground, per the Belfast Telegraph. Ronan, who is the youngest son of Neeson's sister Bernadette, was unable to walk or talk on his own after the fall. According to the Daily Mail, his mother was putting the finishing touches on a house specifically modified to meet her son's needs when he died in January 2019. A source told the publication, "The family are very private and they are very upset, as you can imagine. It's been devastating for them." During a press junket in February 2019 for the revenge film Cold Pursuit, Neeson kicked off a major controversy when he confessed to The Independent that he once actively sought to inflict violence on others after learning one of his close friends was brutally assaulted.
I had never felt this feeling before, which was a primal urge to lash out.
The incident had reportedly occurred some 40 years before the shocking interview.
I asked, did she know who it was? No. What colour were they? She said it was a black person.
Neeson claimed he was ashamed of his behavior, but that he had gone out with a club hoping to get into a fight with any black person in order to fatally injure them. The actor's racially charged comments were immediately met with widespread criticism. He claimed his words were taken out of context, telling Good Morning America that he's not racist, but also that he had never felt such a strong desire for revenge at the time.
It shocked me and it hurt me.
In the wake of the controversy, Lionsgate cancelled the red carpet portion of the New York City premiere of Cold Pursuit.